See,
vegans.
that just like makes
No,
me
they're
think
not
of,
made out of vegans. They're
that
made
just
out of
like that just reminds me of like
I mean,
that scene
grass-fed
in the
human
Addams
sounds
Family
delicious.
movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Addams Family movie?
Yes.
Where the little girl comes up and she's just like, "Bye, my Girl Scout cookies," or "Oh, is your lemonade made out of real lemons?" And Wednesday goes, "Are the cookies made out of real Girl Scouts?"
You slipped that one right by us, Brandon. But no, they got Philly cheesesteaks. They got pulled pork sandwiches. 1253 Vine Street. They're gonna they got a new restaurant going in Culver City, not so far from you. If you're in Toronto, they have a Do Me Some Cooking there.
I'm gonna be in Toronto in January.
Go to Do Me Some Cooking.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah,
the friends that I'm staying with are vegetarian, so I'm sure they're gonna love that.
They'll love it. They'll
Yeah.
love it. Anyway.
That's exciting.
So Dakota, the bearded lady.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting the beard to be all trimmed and the sideburns, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, I think it was all a full like Amish thing.
Yeah. The first couple of years that I was growing it out, I didn't really understand like beard maintenance, and then I got like connected with the Gentlemen's Social Club of Los Angeles.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're really awesome guys. They put on a beard competition every August.
And you were part of that.
I am. I have competed 3 times so far. I've placed once, not this past year, but 2017. I placed second in the partial beard category,
Okay.
which was awesome. The theme was 80s. It was really cool. They had
Wait, so what's an 80s beard that you did?
I just sprayed a crap ton of glitter in it.
Yeah.
But I dressed like Cyndi Lauper. It was like so much fun. Like
Yeah.
I had like all the crazy jewelry, and I like did like my hair like all big and like put like purple spray in it and stuff. It was a lot of
So
fun.
I'm trying to think who would was some ZZ Top guy one or? So I'm trying to think of like an
no,
80s
so
beard.
so there's different categories in the
Yeah,
competitions,
yeah.
and I compete in partial because I shave my sideburns.
Right.
So the guy who won in partial that year has a beard that literally like touches the floor, but he like puts all these rubber bands in it, and it looks like a whip. It's like it's intense.
Yeah.
And he like wraps it around his body and stuff, and I'm just like, how do you even like live like that? Like, oh my god, if mine touches my boobs, I trim it because I can't handle it.
I know how he lives like that. He's whipping somebody with that beard.
Well, then you'd think he'd be a little bit more relaxed when he's backstage at a beard competition.
Oh really? Was he nervous about him around you?
Yeah, he got kind of weird around me. He was like, oh well, I just don't understand how like a woman could be competing in this category and blah blah blah. And I was
Dude,
just like,
fuck
I'm
you, bro.
sorry.
Women are taking over the world.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know, right?
Hell yeah.
One beard at a time.
He's like the one thing we had was beard competitions, and now the women are taking over.
Yeah,
from us.
he lost to a friend of mine 2 years before, my
Right.
friend Corey.
Okay.
She's up in, they are up in Oakland, I think.
Is Corey a bearded lady too, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he was like saying, I just don't understand. I was like, well, I'm sorry that your masculinity is so fragile that you can't handle the fact that I can grow a beard as good as, if not better than some of the guys here. And he was just like, well, guys have feelings too. And I was just like, yes, and we've been hearing about it for a millennia.
Right.
So
Right. Well,
I'm sorry.
Maybe
but
maybe
I'm not
maybe
sorry.
he needs to enter a vagina contest.
I mean, but I would beat him in that too. So.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm sure his clit is huge.
Yeah. So you, when did you? Was it like when you hit puberty that you started growing? Because I heard horror stories. I read horror stories about you online.
You read horror stories about me?
About waxing your beard.
Oh God, it was rough. It was so rough. I waxed for like.
And your stepfather made you do that?
Yeah.
Why didn't you shave?
I did. After a while, I started shaving, but he had talked to his friend who was a hairdresser who told him that if you wax hair, it'll grow back thinner, which is a flat-out lie.
Yeah.
That it's just another myth perpetuated by the beauty industry, and so like there's this toxic thinking that like hair is inherently bad, which didn't even become a thing until like the 1920s, I want to say, and I mean. People didn't even wear deodorant until the 1920s, so like, you know, everybody was just all hairy and smelly and just like walking around doing their thing, but like imagine like those flappers, like, you know, those like little flapper dresses, they had like arm hair and stuff, you know, and so he listened to his friend and he believed that and took me to her and had her wax off my beard, because a friend of his said to him, he went, hey, what's going on with your kid? She's got about as much facial hair as I did in high school, and that stressed him out, and like he took me to this woman and had her wax off my beard, and like I just like went down this like shame spiral of
That's
like,
hor-
oh
that's
no,
hor- that's
women
horrible.
don't grow facial hair, and like it
That's-
made me feel so bad.
That's horrible.
Like as a teenager, you know, like
Yeah.
I was already the fat girl. I was already the girl who like chopped off all of her hair because I was just like, fuck, like everything. Sorry, can I swear?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
go
cool. All
ahead.
right,
Go
cool.
for
Yeah,
it.
we
I was just like-
encourage profanity.
We do.
Okay, cool. 'Cause
People
I was just
like
like,
profanity.
I just wasn't sure because you know I've done like reality TV and stuff, and if I
Yeah.
say fuck, then they're just like, all right, well we have to do that entire thing over because it has to be real, but you really can't swear, and I'm just like, ah.
So fucking swear. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just, you know, I was like the kid who like chopped off all of her hair and was just like, fuck everything, like I'm gonna just like do whatever I want to do, and
So wait a second. So you chopped off all your hair and you,
Yeah.
you had a beard. So you
no,
look like a strong man or
I
something.
mean,
or,
I wasn't allowed to look like
Oh, okay.
I wasn't allowed to look like that because I had to wax my face every month.
Yeah, that's
And so
every
they-
month.
Every
too.
month. I
Oh.
would go and I would wax my face
Dude,
once a
this
month.
is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
All over a fucking small joke that somebody said,
Yeah.
and his insecurities projected on you.
Yep.
That's it's fuck.
I mean, we're good now.
And
You
I-
know, like
I'm
he's
sure.
super supportive now because
Yeah.
I sat down with him when I started growing it out, and I said to him, I was like, hey, look, like, I reconnected with a friend of mine who's in Sideshow, and I decided that I want to grow out my beard, and I want to be the bearded lady, and I want to join the Sideshow. And he was just like, well, I just don't know how I'm going to feel about you having a beard. And I go, well, you know what? At this point in my life, I don't really have to take into consideration how you feel. Like,
Yeah.
this
How old
isn't.
were you at this time?
I was 23.
Okay.
All right, you're still a baby, but
23, yeah. So I was like, look, at this point in my life, I don't have to take into consideration like that. I want to do this, and it's not about your feelings. It's about my feelings. This is nothing against you, but this is how I want to be. And it's my life. I want to join the Sideshow. I want to be the bearded lady. I want to make a fucking difference. And he was just like, okay. And it took him a little while to like get used to it and everything, but then like he bought me this really cool sign. Like my siblings both did 4-H, my younger siblings, and so at fair they have like he always
wait,
gets them-
4-H is that cow stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
My siblings raised pigs, lambs, and goats.
Okay,
And then
alright.
they sold them for slaughter.
I
at
was
the end
raised
of
in
the
Los
year.
Angeles. I just eat those.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Hannah just made a face.
I know, sorry.
But, I do this to come,
He
but
got me this cool sign that says "Don't fuck with the bearded lady." He had it like specially made
that's
for me,
actually
and that's
cool.
like
That's
hanging up in my
awesome.
room.
and
Yeah,
your
it's
siblings, none of them have. I mean,
No.
no.
No. It's not a genetic thing. I actually don't have an official diagnosis. Basically, as close as we ever got was that my adrenal glands
Right.
are messed up. Yeah.
And I was. I had a really bad joke on the tip of my tongue about the carpets matching the drapes, but we're gonna say that. Because Hannah, you've been
Yeah.
after me to have Brandon on for weeks.
I have.
Tell me why.
He's funny. You know, I've never. No, he really is. Like
How did you guys meet?
Tinder.
Tinder.
Really?
Totally met on
This was a Tinder guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're always like, I can't meet anybody on
Yeah,
Tinder.
but
This is our first time
the first time we
meeting.
met, we've just been corresponding.
Wait a second.
I've been
Oh,
taking
okay.
my time. I'm a gentleman like that, you know?
Hannah, you gotta tell me this. You gotta tell me
2018,
this.
we hold out on sex now, too.
When did you guys match on Tinder?
I mean, but
We
you-
matched on Tinder, what, 3-4 months ago?
Yeah, about that. We've been, like, corresponding for a minute. We were supposed to get trashed last week, but...
Yeah, I had some things come up.
shit happens, you know? It's all good.
Yeah.
I still got trashed.
Yeah,
I
bet-
saw-
So when
I
you
bet
guys met in the
did.
street outside, that was the first time you actually personally met?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
No, but you are her type, absolutely.
No, I know. Well, I'm everybody's type. You know,
You're not my type.
You know who loves me is mothers, dude. Mothers absolutely
Really?
love me. Yeah, and if you guys are watching this, you can take a good look at me. I am a total scumbag. And really,
I think that pours out of the audience.
absolutely. I mean, this is just a visual.
If I said that, I'm like, I'm a
understanding.
scumbag, nobody believes it. I'm a fucking
I'm a
scumbag.
fucking scumbag. It's
Yeah.
okay. But
I got that whiskey gargle voice. I'm a fucking
literally
scumbag.
the opposite of a germaphobe. I'm a fucking scumbag, okay? And, you know, the voice, yeah, my mom's really worried about the voice. She's like, Brandon, you should see a doctor. And I'm like, why would I see a doctor?
Dude, I am
Mom?
so
Okay?
envious of your voice. I wish I had your voice. That voice is so good for comedy. Are you
Shit
serious?
cost me 2 million Marlboro miles,
Dude,
bro.
That's great for radio. It's great for comedy. It's great for all of it.
Yeah, you know,
Voiceover work.
I'm starting to learn that, but you know, I'm putting in the time, man. Right now, I have a cartoon show, so I do voiceover
I'm sure.
for the cartoon show, but then Like with comedy, it took me a long time to come around to my voice. I really hated my voice.
Right.
When I was a kid, I was.
What's a cartoon character?
It's Lush. He's a drunken
No.
lawn gnome that lives in